Good morning, children. Welcome to my second video of lesson 3, Ajay's love for trains. Hope all of you have read the lesson, read the story, and you are now able to read it very nicely. Okay? Now we will do the exercises in this lesson. All of you open your literature book and turn to page number 33. In that 33, we have got one word hunt. Look out for words in the story that have the letters CH or SH in them. Say these words aloud and notice the sound of these letters. This you have to do it on your own. You must have read the story many times, I hope so. So you must have found these words. Find out those words and read it, write it in the book itself. There is no need to write it in the copy. There is space in the book. You can write it in the book. Now coming down, there is an exercise. Ajay loved dash, sitting at the window or watching the trains come and go. Ajay loved sitting at the window. Underline sitting at the window. Now take the next page. Ajay visited his grandfather in summer or spring. He visited his grandfather in summer. Underline summer. Grandfather lived in the city or town. Grandfather lived in the town. Underline town. Now again turn the next page. Ajay felt homesick because he missed his friends or missed his trains. He missed his trains. Underline trains. To cheer Ajay up, grandfather decided to build a train for him or take him on a train. What did Ajay's grandfather decide? He decided to build a train for him. So underline that. Again take the next page. Again coming to page number 38. Open page number 38. The children of the neighborhood loved or hated the train. The children of the neighborhood loved the train. Underline loved. Ajay did not miss home so much in the end. Yes or no? Yes, he did not miss home at the end. Now, in the lesson throughout, you can see some antonyms written there. We are going to learn about antonyms and synonyms. What are antonyms? Antonyms are words which are opposite in meaning. Opposite words are called antonyms. Example, I have written, what is the opposite of happy? Happy is sad. Opposite of far is close. So antonyms means words which are opposite in meaning. Now we have got synonyms. What are synonyms? Words that are similar in meaning are called synonyms. Now what is the synonym of happy? Another word which means the same as happy, glad. Another word same as far. Here the opposite of far is close, but the word similar in meaning to far is distant. So we have learned about antonyms and synonyms. Antonyms are words that are opposite in meaning and synonyms are words that are similar in meaning. We will do the exercises. So here right from the beginning of lesson page number 33 onwards, you have got some antonyms written there in every page. I want all of you to learn that. First in page number 33 we have got opposite of close, far, often, rarely. So in all the pages you have got some antonyms. You have to learn it. Now turn to page number 39. 39, we have got some vocabulary there. We'll do it. Read these sentences. Next it was time to build the train itself. Next it was time to construct the train itself. Underline build and construct. Build and construct are synonyms. We have already learned synonyms are words that are similar in meaning. So build and construct has got the same meaning. Okay. So those two sentences mean the same. Both the sentences mean the same. The words build and construct have a similar meaning. Build is a synonym of construct. So here we learned that glad is the synonym of happy and distant is the synonym of far. So synonyms are words that are similar in meaning. So we have got an exercise here. Replace the words in bold with their synonyms. Anita was sullen and refused to play with anyone. What are the words given in the bracket? Angry and happy. So which is the word synonym to sullen? Angry. So you will underline angry. The dog howled in pain when it accidentally hurt itself. The words which are in the bracket is danced and cried. The word which is the synonym of howled is cried in pain. So you will underline cried. The heat has been unbearable this summer. The words which are in the bracket are intolerable and tolerable. So which is the word which is the synonym of unbearable? Intolerable. You should never conceal anything from your parents. What did we learn the meaning of conceal in the lesson? Hide. Okay. So here the meaning is hide. It is already given in the bracket. Hide or reveal. So what is the synonym of conceal? Hide. Underline hide. Mithun and Tarun adore each other. The words which are given in the bracket is love and dislike. The word which is the synonym of adore is love. Underline love. Mithun and Tarun love each other. Now for the next exercise, a dictionary sometimes lists more than one meaning for a word. Look up a dictionary and write down the different meanings of the following words. Which are the words given there? Check, track, board, show, train, watch. This I am giving you as a homework. You can take the help of your parents or your elder brother or elder sister and write it down the meanings on the book itself. Don't write it down in the copy. You can write it in the book using a pencil. Please turn your page. Now repeat these sentences after your teacher. Focus on the sound made by the letter combinations CH, CK and SH. Children exchanged chairs with each other. All the CH is pronounced as ch. Children exchanged chairs each other. The chemist shop is next to the school. Here CH is pronounced in a different way. It's not pronounced as ch. It's the chemist shop is next to the school. There was a funny character in the play who always ran after the echo of his own voice. Sheila was shocked, so she rushed towards her house. The boy ran with a thick stick in his hand after the flock of birds. Now we have got another exercise. Circle the odd one out. What you have to do is you have to circle the word which is sounding different from the other words. So what is the first one? Each, echo, chase, approach, chant. In this, which is the odd one out? Echo. Because all the others, we are pronouncing it as each, chase, approach, chant. Echo is the odd one out, so you will circle echo. Second one, school, chemical, character, chair, echo. Which is the odd one out? The odd one out is chair. All the others, you will be pronouncing it in a different way. That is school, chemical, character, echo. But we pronounce chair as chair. Next, share, shock, scale, rushed, friendship. Which is the odd one out? Scale is the odd one out. All the others are SH. Now, stick, flock, flip, track, stock. This is very easy. Which is the odd one out? Flip. Circle, flip. The last one, reach, screech, sleep, choice, chance. Which is the odd one out? Yes. Sleep is the odd one out. You will circle that. Next, we are going to learn about preposition. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that tells us where a person, an animal, or a thing is. Example. Here I have written an example. The man is sitting on a horse. Where is the man sitting? The man is sitting on a horse. On is a preposition here. So, preposition connects a noun to another noun. So, here which are the nouns here? Man is a noun. Horse is another noun. So, the preposition on connects this noun man to the another noun, that is horse. So, what does preposition do? Preposition connects a noun to another noun. Now, say the next example. He is sitting on a horse. Where is he sitting? He is sitting on a horse. Again, I am writing on is a preposition. But there is a difference here. I did not write the man. Instead of the man, I wrote he. What is he here? He is a pronoun. What is a pronoun? You must have already learned about pronoun. We have already learned in third standard or second standard, we have learned about pronouns. Pronouns are words which are used in place of noun. So, in place of the man, I have written he. He is sitting on a horse. So, a preposition connects a pronoun to another noun or a pronoun to another pronoun also. So, instead of a horse, I am saying he is sitting on it. So, instead of horse, I have told it. The word it is a pronoun. So, there also the preposition on is connecting a pronoun to another pronoun. So, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word that tells us where an animal, a person, or a thing is. It also connects a noun or a pronoun to another noun or pronoun. Okay? Now, preposition of time. In this lesson, we are going to learn about preposition of time. Preposition of time tells us when something has happened or when something happens. Okay? The words at, in, and on tells us when an action happens. I told you preposition of time tells us when an action happens. So, these are the prepositions of time at, in, and on. Now, at is used when we tell about the time, the particular place, activity, or festivals. Example, I am good at dance. Dance is an activity. So, I am good at dance. We use the preposition at. Now, another example I will say, stars shine at night. Now, she completed her homework at 7 p.m. So, these are the prepositions we use with at. Now, in tells us in which year, month, season, century, or a particular city, etc., where the action has happened. Say, example I have given, it is always cold in January. It's always cold in January. So, January is the name of a month. We use in that. The preposition which is used here is in. Now, when we use on is used to tell the name of the day of the week, particular dates, specific holidays, etc. Example, Christmas is on December 25th. So, these are at, in, and on are used to specify preposition of time. So, here open page number 40. We have got the words at, in, and on tell us when an action happens. Ajay reached his grandfather's house at 4 p.m. You have to underline at. Here, at tells us the time when an action happened. I was born in 2002, the year. In 2002, underline in. We went to Ooty in the summer. Here, in tells us which month, year, or season the action took place. I was not able to go to school on Monday. We don't say in Monday, we say on Monday. Here on tells us the day of the week the action took place. Here there is an exercise, we will do it. Fill in the blanks using at, in or on. Raj, can you come to my house dash Tuesday? Which is the preposition to use along with the days? It is day of the week, we use on. So, Raj, can you come to my house on Tuesday? Write it there, on. My sister was born dash 2006. When is the year used? It is used with in. So, my sister was born in 2006. I had my dinner dash 9 p.m. Which preposition do you use there? At. Shall we play in that park dash Sunday? Again, name of the day of the week is coming, so you will use on. Our holidays will end dash June, specific month, in June. The cricket match will start at 10 a.m. Now, next exercise. Role play these exchanges with a partner. Complete them using in, on or at. If you were in the class, we would have played this in the class. But then since it is in our video, I'll just read it out. You just listen to me very carefully. Ananya, I will see you dash 4 o'clock in the evening, at 4 o'clock. Beena, sure, I'll be there. Shekhar, I think I met Madhu last in 2006. Vimal, oh, that's quite a long time ago. Dev, this assignment has to be submitted dash Wednesday, on Wednesday. Do you think you will finish? Amal, I have to and I will. Sunita, their train left dash 5 a.m. today, at 5 a.m. Vihan, oh, that is quite early. The last one, Akshay, my cousins are visiting us dash June, in June. Saurabh, oh, how nice, you must be excited. Okay, now let's coming to the listening skill. Listen to the passage and write down what you hear. This I am giving to you as a homework. You have to open page number 79. There is a small passage for you. You will read it yourself. Any difficult words, you can take the help of your parents. And after reading it once or twice, you will take your rough copy and without looking the passage, you will write what you have understood about that passage. I want all of you to do that, right? Okay. Now next, speaking, you will just put a cross over it. Next, turn to the next page. We have got this, read this filled in application form for a summer camp. Every summer, our school organizes a summer camp, isn't it? So you are all ready to come for the summer camp. You'll be very happy to come. So here, if you are going for a summer camp to some other place, you will have to fill in a form. So we will learn how to fill a form. First, you have to write the name, male or female, put a tick in female. Now then you have to write the date of birth, age, nationality, Indian. Then you will write your home address, name of the school, your father's name, your mother's name, contact number and email ID of your father. In the same way, turn the next page, there is an admission form for Sukanya Dance School. This you have to do it on your own. You can do it looking at the form which is given on the previous page. You can fill this form in the book itself with a pencil. Always remember to write anything in the book using a pencil. Now next we have got, what does the sign mean? When we see this, what should we do? What is that sign? That is the sign where you see near an unguarded railway crossing. Right near that picture, you will write unguarded railway crossing. What is unguarded railway crossing? Sometimes the railway line crosses with the road on the same level. You must have seen in many places. So usually there will be a gate on both sides of the railway line. A barrier will come down to close. When it is time for the train to come, the barrier will come down to close so that nobody will pass through it. So this unguarded railway crossing means there will not be any gate or any barriers or any person there standing to say that there is a train coming, or so you should be very, very vigilant. So people who are crossing that railway crossing where there is no person or no gate or no barriers, what should you do? Look on both sides, make sure the train is not coming, then only you will cross the railway line. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. Next, you have got a value-based question. When you do something nice for someone you love, how does it make you feel? It will make you happy. How does it make them feel? They will also feel happy. Do they feel happy, secure, loved and cared for? Does it bring you closer to the other person? This is also a homework for you. Write in your own words in the book itself. Okay, so now we have come to the end of this lesson. Your question answers, word meanings and make sentences I'll be sending to you in the WhatsApp group. But all the exercises in the book I have explained to you. You can write it looking at the video. Take care.